Have you guys ever tried this blue raspberry ice cream cone from Aldi's? It's so good. It's like baby blue. Ice cream, pregnancy craving. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are just going to continue the whole baby names we love but won't be using. Girl names. As you guys know, I thought the gender was going to be a girl. I was wrong. Since I was in high school, even maybe middle school, I always had a more extensive list of baby names for girls than for boys. The boy side didn't come into play until a couple years back. A lot of the names that I like are very out there. They're objects, places, nature names, they're virtue names, they're French names. Definitely, if do end up with a girl in the future, which is very rare based on his side of the family, but if they do, it's definitely going to be one of these contenders. Just thought, why not continue it? You guys have no idea, this is just so good. First name on the list is very to my heart. I had a dream in 2017 while I was working at the daycare. I gave birth to a girl, and in that dream God revealed to me her name. So I always assumed that I was having a girl first. Family agrees with this name, loved it, you as well, and we're like, this is her name, like there's no doubt about it. God told us this is her name. So that is Galilea, and it's biblical, which I've always wanted a biblical name. I forgot to mention, these names have middle names. I always think of the first name and middle name and make sure it flows. So the name is Galilea Estrella, and Estrella means starry one. As you guys know, I love anything starry theme, constellations, space, galaxies, all of that. The second name on the list is one that Gio really liked for a girl when we thought it was a girl, and the name is Aurora, like the Disney princess. Love the name Aurora, and with the middle name it would be Lace. It just goes so well, like it just flows. If Aurora had a middle name, it would be Lace. The third name on the list, I've seen one other baby with this name, and it's very popular on baby lists now, and that is Halo. Halo makes you feel like it's very heavenly, it's very safe, it's very profound. Immediately you feel at peace. The middle name that I came up with, that one, if you were to choose it, would be Amoureux, which means protector of love in French. Another name on the list, I mentioned in the video where I got my car, so it's Rogue, Solera. Solera means of the sun, just like the meaning of rogue, like going against all order, which I'm all for. The other name that I have is Lavender. One of my favorite scents ever. I make sure to get everything lavender, and gifts that involve lavender. I have yet to go to a lavender field, but I love everything lavender. My lemonades, I love lavender syrup. My coffee, lavender syrup, lavender soda, lavender desserts, I love it. So the full name would have been Lavender Everbloom. The next name on the list is Dovelin, the symbolism of a dove, and then you add Lin with a Y. I always thought it was very beautiful, but I've never heard of Dovelin. Sounds very like a nature-esque name, so I came up with the name Dovelin Meadow. Meadow is Paul Walker's daughter's name, and it's become very popular as well, but I just think it's very peaceful. I lay down in green pastures by the meadow. Just sounds like a very peaceful, foresty name. A lot of the names on my list actually have ties to the forest. Next name on the list is Ember. Fell in love with the word after reading The City of Ember in middle school, and I love that whole book series. The movie could have been a lot better. Doré means golden in French, so golden ember. The next name on the list, I came across this recently when I was deciding between Estrella and this name, which is Nephiline. Nephiline is the Greek word for cloud. I am obsessed with, like, you have no idea, I love it. I love the word cloud. I always said if I had a white dog, I would name it Cloud. Like, that's just a name. I think it's the cutest thing. Named my cat Matcha. Having that word name, it's so unique, it's so different. You guys need to try this, seriously. It can either be Nephiline or Nephiline. I just really like it with the I at the end. With the middle name Breeze. Next name on the list, it's one that I've always liked since middle school, and that is Serafina. Serafina means the fiery one, which is very true to the mom. So I always loved that. I didn't have a middle name for that one. That name in itself is pretty long. I'm sure I would have found a middle name for it, but I just never thought of one for that one specifically. The next name is Celeste. Celeste, which means heavenly in French, along with the middle name Wonder. Celeste Wonder. It almost sounds like a superhero name. These names are just very peaceful. Goes really well together, like the air, like a breeze. Celeste Wonder. Next name is Eslin. Eslin means living by the water. You guys know I love the water. Love names with Z and Y's and O's. So Eslin Wilderose. Love the middle name Wilder. Rose is very used. Everyone uses Rose as a middle name just because it goes really well with other names. Sounds like another one of those names like in the meadow, in the forest. Like a fairy name. A lot of the names on this list are very Disney inspired. Like that's what my mind resorts to. Like what would a Disney princess be named? The next name, I talked about it in our previous video, it's Phoenix with the middle name Sunry. The next name is pretty uncommon, it's very new. I came up with it after playing one of those synthwave playlists. I play them all the time. It gets me in a really good mood, it gets me focused, like laser focused. I feel like I'm on a different planet and I just love feeling that type of euphoric vibe going on. So one of the playlists titled this word, which is oasis. I've never heard of anybody named Oasis, and that is definitely one of our top 2 contenders. If it wasn't Galileo, it most likely would have been Oasis. Like I mentioned, the O name, it would have been Oasis Moon. Never heard of anyone actually named their child Moon. Next O name on the list is Oakland. Oakland Bloom. I've actually heard of other babies being named Bloom recently, and I think it's very beautiful. It's so beautiful. So oak tree, oak, even oaks. I love the name Oaks. Next O name on the list is Olympia. Serena Williams named her daughter this. It's very strong, independent. It's somebody who's a winner against all odds. With the middle name Glow. Olympia Glow. Glow as a name in itself, it's very beautiful. I love it. And one of my favorite ASMR artists is ASMR Glow. So maybe that's why I like it so much. Then the last name on my list, Forreston Sage. Now Sage has been very, very popular. Kind of one of those names like Rose. Goes really well with other first names. Never heard of the name Forreston. Like I mentioned, Oakland and Eslin. And it's very gender neutral, which is really rare for me to have, but I've been very into gender neutral names. That is my list for baby names I personally love, but obviously will not be using. But if in the future we do have a girl, it's definitely gonna be one of these. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in tomorrow's video.